and with that comes flowers in bloom. And the majority of us are enjoying picnics in the park, but actually for 26% of adults and 10 to 15% of children, that's often a distant memory as they're reaching for tablets and tissues, and that's because of a condition called allergic rhinitis, which is also more commonly known as hay fever. Simple considerations like avoiding going out in the morning and evening when pollen counts are high, or ensuring windows and doors in the house are closed to avoid the pollen from coming in. But also things like regularly vacuuming and dusting surfaces with damp cloths to pick up any pollen that's entered the house. And you can even invest in purifiers to help filter out the pollen particles from the air. Pollen can also remain on your clothes, so do change out of your outdoor clothes when you get in the house and shower and wash the clothes as soon as possible, but do avoid drying them outside for obvious reasons. It's also worth knowing that it can take about 2 to 3 days for antihistamines to actually reach their full treatment potential. So not taking them daily throughout the hay fever season may actually mean that you don't receive the full benefits of the antihistamine. In fact, nasal steroids can even take between 2 to 3 weeks to reach their therapeutic optimum. And so actually, ideally, you want to be starting them a few weeks before the hay fever season even begins. Now that can require a bit of forward planning, and that's where things like pollen forecasts come into play. The Met Office often have a 5-day pollen forecast, but there are also lots of apps available now that can give you slightly longer forecasts as well. So it's worth checking them daily to prepare yourself for what's coming ahead. Now, for those who are particularly bad with their hay fever, and you've tried all these other treatments that I've mentioned, immunotherapy might be the next best step. That's where you slowly build up your immunity to pollen by injecting or ingesting small amounts of the pollen that you're allergic to. It's a bit of a process. It requires several treatments, and we usually suggest you start at 3 months before the start of the hay fever season. So it requires quite a bit of planning. Now, if all of this fails, I suggest just book yourself a little trip away. We know that pollution from a city can actually exacerbate your symptoms, so a frolic in the countryside might be what you needed, or a weekend by the seaside might also help, because we know that the breeze from the sea can blow away that pollen.